Hello everybody and welcome to Clydebridge Station. The street scene's not fully done yet, but a video will go up when it is completed. But my attention is now actually turning to the station area. You'll notice immediately that something's missing here. We've actually got the concourse and the little street scene that was here removed. When I built this station area, I made a bit of a boo-boo and that the platforms are too high. The MDF that the platforms are made of, the base bit is 18mm and this is 3mm thick balsa, and the MDF that formed the basis for everything else was 18mm thick, and this had a 3mm thick top layer on it for the concourse. What I'm going to do is replace the platforms with ones that are supplied in kit form by Scale Model Scenery. These platforms will be to the correct height, and I've got a brand new sheet of board that's 15mm thick, and added to that will be 2 layers of 1mm thick grey board. Some of that will then get painted black, and that will form the basis for where the concourse will go and the little street area. The platforms are a little bit narrower, and this may well therefore mean that I'm going to have to move some track. If all goes correctly, the only track I'll be moving is the roads of platforms 2, 4 and 5. The reason for the movement of platforms 2, 4 and 5 is that if this butts up against the ballast alright, the new platform here, it will not require that track to be moved, and that will be in exactly the correct position. One other advantage of moving the roads and platforms 4 and 5 is, as it stands right now, if I put the sleeper train into platform 5, I can't put anything into platform 4. Don't know why I'm actually straightening that up, I'm taking off anyway. The size of the sleeper coach, the Mark III sleeper coach, means that it would just rub against anything in here. So the plan is, all being well, to slightly move platform 5 down this way, and hopefully be able to move platform 4 slightly that way. I'm not sure if that's actually going to still give me what I need. However, the other alternative is to leave the tracks as they are, and there's then a bit of a gap between rolling stock and platforms, and that wouldn't look right at all. Now the kits are on their way today, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave everything as you see here, and I'll start building up the first kit, and then what we'll do is we'll take it up, take this platform up, and then we'll put the Scale Model Scenery kit in and see what it looks like. And then from there I can judge what I need to do. If I find that I'm not going to be able to move the track at all, then I'm just going to have to live with it. So bear with me. But as I say, all this is coming away and new platforms will be installed. Oh, and one other thing. I'm going to keep the lights non-operational. It's just too much faffing about for me, so they'll stay non-operational. So, one other little thing. These little pointless little steps at the end here, I'm just going to take them up, I think. I don't see any obvious need for them unless I can somehow do something and take the top tier off. I don't think I need to do anything with them. So, bear with me. The kits are on their way, and then we'll get on with building the station again. I've actually got the first of these platforms removed, so what I thought I'd do is put the board in, the new board, to let you see how it sits, and you could see the difference in height immediately. The thing is, this board will have to come back out again so I can get the other platforms removed, and then I can put that back in place, and that'll form the basis for where the station area is going to be. It's certainly a pretty good fit at the moment, that board. It's a little bit tighter, but I think it's just mainly because of the platforms there. One thing I will also point out, I'm looking again at the dimensions of the platforms, and there's a possibility I might not be able to move the track, as it could end up fouling the platform. But the problem I've also got is that the track has a bend here, so I would have to straighten out the track, which I can't do without moving other things, so I might have to end up just leaving the track as it is. I won't know for sure until I get the first bit down, but what I'm going to do is leave things as they are at the moment with regards to the track and get the platforms built. So what we need to do is clear the rest of the rolling stock out of here, and it's a bigger project than the East Coast upgrade. Now, having measured out the first two bits of platforms, I've decided that I'm going to have to leave the track as it is now. It's just going to affect clearances. What I will have to do is put more ballast in down here when the time comes. So these are the first two bits of the bases for the platforms, the framework that is. They will be actually sitting up a little bit closer, and I'm starting on the little first piece here, the platform base, and then the platform top, which is here. You'll notice as well, got plenty of glue about here, both rocket card glue, which I'm using on here, and I'm using Yoo-hoo for the platform pieces. I've got a door here. Glue means fumes, which means you need ventilation. I've been opening that every now and then when I've been using the Yoo-hoo glue. I'd advise you, if you are doing this in a loft, to make sure that you've maybe got a fan blowing that can blow away the fumes. If you're doing it in a shed or garage, or if you're doing it in a spare room, open a door. If it's a garage or shed every now and then, if it's in a spare room, open a window. So what I'm going to do is I'll crack on. I'm not going to go and do a build video showing you how to make these platforms. Justin Noble's got one, and the link to it is now on the top of this, should be up there somewhere on the top of the screen. So I'll crack on with this and then we'll see where we are. That's the first bits of the platform in, and I'm building the rest up. And as I was building it up, I've come across a potential problem that has turned out to be a problem. These platforms are meant to be 18 mils high, but this is a 15mm bit of board, and you can see the platforms are flush or too low to it. So what I'm going to have to do is take this out and get a 12mm bit of MDF, and then use the card, the grey board card, and screw it on, or glue it on rather, to bring it up to the height of the platforms for the concourse, and leave a bit for the road. Not a big job, because I just need to unscrew this and take it out. I'll just need to move the platforms back a little bit. When I do that, take it out, cut a new bit, and I'll also make it just a slightly bit smaller. And then once that's done, it should fit in there a lot better. It's a potential problem, however, that's not going to be going to waste, because I've got problems with a roof in the main shed, so I can use that and the rest of it in the main shed. So not a big loss at all. But what I'll do is I'll carry on and get the rest of these platforms finished, get the starting points done for them, and then we'll see where we are with that. So this is where we're up to now, folks. The platform bases can be attached to your baseboard using rocket card glue, wood glue, or Yoo-hoo. I'm using rocket card glue, and I've got a tin of paint on just to weigh it down. The surplus ballast here has to obviously get moved, and I can simply put some of that in there. You see, I will have to go out and reballast, and that'll need to get PVA down, which will actually lead, ironically enough, to platforms becoming even more secure. Now up here we've got this little novel problem here, which again I'm going to have to weigh that down. And you can see what my problem is. Now I'm looking at the push-pull train for dimensions here, and I think what I'm going to do is put another one of these on and then get the platform end on about there, which means I'll have to chip away some of this ballast. That's actually what my plan is anyway, but we'll get that another one built and we'll see how that looks. I've started laying the grey board on top of the MDF, by the way, but we'll come to that when we're dealing with the station. Let me crack on and we'll see how much further I get, and I reckon I'm going to be ordering some more of these. As you can see, a couple of the platform sections are getting weighed down now because the glue, they're not sitting on properly on the baseboard, so the tins of paint will weigh them down. So it's all starting to come together, but there is now a little problem. I haven't ordered enough of these the platform sections. I'm needing 3 more. 1, 2, 3. And then I've also got the end ramp almost ready. So they'll get ordered, and I'm looking, I think I've got enough of the brick wall sections to be able to complete the side walling for the platform bases. So I've got to get new platform sections. I've also got to get more sheets of TX20500, which I'll be ordering from Justin. And then